Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. I am Kristen Gear. I am the Area Director for the Northeast Valley for BNI Arizona, as well as the Director of Information. And I get to help support all of the amazing members around the Valley with anything BNI Connect related, BNI University, and now BNI Online. And every single week, I provide a weekly education tip for you guys. And usually, I provide them from frequently asked questions that I get throughout the week. Just a couple of updates, guys. So we are still going strong with our BNI online meetings. If you didn't see the post recently, a lot of chapters have shared ideas of how they've incorporated some fun and unique themes and ideas into their meetings. I've attended some incredible meetings lately, so keep up the great work, guys. I know that it's hard to stay engaged in those BNI online meetings, but you guys are doing phenomenal. So keep up the great work, keep up the positivity, and keep having fun, because that's what it's all about, right? We're here to have fun as well as past business. And as you've seen through Nate Dominguez's emails, we have passed a lot of business to each other. And the awesome thing is, I was on a meeting earlier today, and they've said that in April, BNI around the world has passed $1 billion in thank you for closed business to members all around the world. And that is amazing. So keep up the great work, guys. Keep passing those referrals, passing business to each other. If you're stuck and need some ideas, reach out to other members in your chapter. Reach out to your directors. We're here to help any way that we can. Thanks, Tim. It was great visiting BNI Impact this morning as well. And I had a great meeting at BNI Sunshine Power this afternoon as well. So definitely visit other chapters, guys. Get out around town. Visit these amazing chapters. It is so worth seeing just the different things that chapters have come up with and incorporated in these online meetings. It has been amazing. So today's education is all about spam emails. So I have received a couple emails over the past week where someone has received an email that says it comes from BNI Connect notifications, and it doesn't have that person's email, and it has a random message. Sometimes it'll say that it's from a past BNI member, and we all know that BNI members are not supposed to spam each other if it's not approved by the other person. So I wanted to share with you guys this quick education video done by Jeremy Walsh that's in BNI University on how you can fix that, and if you guys do not want to receive those emails. But the one thing with that, you want to keep in mind that as you watch this education piece from Jeremy Walsh, if you decide to change your BNI Connect profile to where you're not able to receive a message, that means no matter whoever finds your BNI profile, no one can send you a direct message. So that's one thing to keep in mind. It might be easier just to click the delete button if those emails come in. So I know that's what I do. I get those from time to time. So hey, if you get spam emails, just click the delete button if it's not from someone who you know. But let me play this video for you. It's about 5 minutes and it's super informative. If you have any questions, definitely let me know.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Walsh, and I'm the Director of Support for BNI Connect. So you think you've been spammed? Oh no, how does this happen? You probably got an email in your inbox that looks something like this, and it comes from a random person that you don't know, and it looks like it's coming from an email address, BNI notifications at bniconnectglobal.com. So how does this happen, and where does it come from? Let me show you. So first things first, whenever it comes from the email address BNI notifications at bniconnectglobal.com, that means it came from BNI Connect, but it came from the outside of BNI Connect, meaning that somebody used the regional website or the chapter website or even the national website in order to send this message. And here's how they do that. So let me go out to my regional website. I'm just going to go click on regional website, so I go directly to my own regional website. And I'm going to go and I'm going to find a member here, and I'm going to go find myself. So here we go, Jeremy Walsh. Click search, and here I am. And on everybody's profile, there is a thing that says send message. And if I click this send message, what I do is I can type in my email address, and I can type in a fake email address, by the way. It's just a text field. It does ask me to enter, in the right format. I can put in a subject line. I do have to confirm that I'm not a robot and that I've read the privacy policy. Type out a message and click send. Now this message will go right away to my inbox, and I should have it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is. I just got it. So here's what that message looks like. It just came through. And just like the last one, this came from BNI Notifications at bniconnectglobal.com. And it has this and not much else. Now, one thing to know is that you can see what they put in this field here, in the email field, because although it comes from BNI Connect Global, if you hit reply, it will substitute in what they put as the email address into the to line. So with that, you can try to determine if this is an actual BNI member or not. So one thing you can do is to take this email address here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to BNI Connect. I'm going to use the global search here, and I am going to do a search for that. This should not come up with anybody. I don't think anybody has that email address in BNI Connect, but if it is a BNI Connect email, the recommendation would be to go and look at their profile. So for example, let's say that I sent out that piece of spam, which I would never do, of course. But if I go and I click on that, I could take a look at the profile, determine where they're from, what region they're in, and contact that region's executive director or national director and let them know, hey, somebody's been using the system to send spam messages. You may want to educate them into not doing that. Now, there may be cases where a person is out there and that maybe they go to the regional website and they're just going to go through and troll all of the people there. So they could go to find a member, for example, and maybe they're targeting an industry like real estate. And they're just going through member by member and going through and just doing a send message on each person and repeating that message over and over again. Now, just keep in mind that there is a limit to how often they can do this because they do have to do each one individually, but they could do quite a few of them that way. Unfortunately, because this is a public site, there's not much we can do except maybe trace down their IP address. But even so, all they have to do is connect from a different IP address and they can start sending them out again. If a member is getting annoyed by this and they just don't want to get these messages anymore, they can prevent the ability to send messages through the public website. And the way they would do that is they go to their profile. So here I am back in BNI Connect. If I go back to my home page, I can click on Update My Profile, or I can go to Options, My Account, and on the tab that has the email address on it, so right here, the Contact Details tab, there's a couple of different choices. You can choose to just not be shown on the public website at all. It would just hide your profile completely, and nobody would even be able to find you on there to send a message. The other option is if you still want to be found, but you just don't want to get those annoying emails, you can just go to your email address and uncheck the box, allow people to send me a message from my public profile. And if I do that and click Update, I'm going to go back to my regional website here and go back to my profile, and you'll notice that the Send Message button is now gone. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, just contact us in support, and we'll be happy to help in any way that we can.
All right, so as you guys have seen, there's ways to get around not receiving those emails. I wanted to touch on one of the pieces that Jeremy had mentioned in the video, which was that first box in the Contact Details tab in your profile that says to take you off of the website completely. So for your profile not to show up at all, I highly suggest not checking that box, because what will happen is if you check the box, your name will not show up on the chapter roster online. So what will happen is if someone does a search for a chapter for an open category and your category isn't represented in that chapter roster, then those visitors are thinking that it's okay to register to visit your chapter because your profession isn't found in that chapter roster. Because then, just like Jeremy did, the member search for himself, if someone were to do a member search for you and you have that box unchecked to remove your profile from being viewed on the public website, then you will not show up in those searches at all. So I highly suggest not unchecking that first box, but if you don't want to have that send message button on your profile, just uncheck the box that is to the right of the email address. So if you have any questions about that, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help kind of navigate you through that process. Once again, thank you so much for watching Wisdom Wednesday, and remember, make sure to record one chapter education unit for watching. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week.